Welcome back to Cryptids 101, where we hunt down cryptid creatures and we bring them to light in an introductory fashion. Today we are taking a look at the Vietnamese cryptid creature called the Con Rit. What is the Con Rit? The Con Rit is a Vietnamese insectoid-like water-based creature that has been theorized to be a number of things like creatures ranging from a giant crustacean to a primitive whale or even a rimipede, which is similar to a centipede but blind and ocean-dwelling. It has brought caution and confusion, as well as fear and trepidation, to sailors and merchants for hundreds of years. Con Rit has many believers and recorded witnesses, as well as numerous stories of physical carcasses washing up on beaches, and stories of people actually placing their hands on its body. These encounters, to most of the people who heard its tales, adds concrete credence to the facts of this creature's existence. The creature known as Con Rit has been seen by many different seamen from many different countries as they navigate the ocean's waves. Sightings and encounters have even been noted officially in many captains' logs as fact of happening. Most modern scientists and biologists that subscribe to the existence of Con Rit believe it may be a creature we have yet to officially discover. What does Con Rit look like? Now, while descriptions may vary slightly from encounter to encounter, the general basics seem to even out at these collective details. Con Rit is an insect-like, centipede-like creature where instead of legs jointing its armored segments, flippers or fins are found. Its length has been described collectively as being generally between 65 to 135 feet long and 3 to 6 feet wide, respectively, as according to witness reports. Some stories talk about a head tucked under the exoskeleton-like shell of its first bodily segment, while other reports state it has a small, turtle-like head on a skinny neck. It has also been described as having pincer-like mandibles as well as segmented and possibly clubbed antennae, while others have stated there were no antennae or pincers to be found. Also, the levels of armor seem to differ between encounters as much as its other descriptions, giving this cryptid creature a wide variety of possibilities. Where is the Con Rit seen? Now, while the name Con Rit is Vietnamese and the most notable sightings or physical encounters with the creature come out of Vietnam, the creature is not exclusively limited to the Vietnamese coasts or waters. Throughout history, there have been dozens of recorded sightings of this primitive-like cryptid in waters far away from Vietnam. Sightings start close to home in the oceans of Southeast Asia, venture further away to just off the African coast, and come in all the way from, believe it or not, the coastal waters of Oregon. Notable sightings have happened off Cape Falcon, Oregon, as well as off the Cedros Islands near Baja California. But still, the most historically relevant encounters came up in the area of Halong Bay, Tonkin. While some, if not most of these sightings further away from Asia have been disregarded as being the Con Rit, many hold fast that this cryptid creature has been recorded accurately thousands of miles away from its home in legend off the Vietnamese coast. What is the behavior of the Con Rit? Since there hasn't been any official sightings of Con Rit in roughly about 100 years, all we have to go on is older legends. The legends tell us that the Con Rit was known and feared for its uncanny penchant to attack and sink boats. It would circle unsuspecting ships using its massive body to crush and puncture until the boat began to take on water. Then, after successfully sinking the vessel, it is said that the Con Rit would begin to devour all the sailors on board as they swam for their lives. The theory is that Con Rit was potentially removing the fishing competition from its home waters by doing so. However, the threat of this creature was typically very limited to the waters itself, and as far as can be found, there are no recorded attacks on land, despite the creature being said to be able to walk on land at a slower pace than it could swim. The bite of a Con Rit is said to be venomous and agonizing to its victims, causing either convulsions or paralysis depending on what articles you read. All in all, this cryptid creature does not sound like a fun one to encounter. How to defend yourself against the Con Rit. Now, given its reported size, strength, and speed in the water, the best defense we could suggest would be to just stay out of the water entirely. Get a job at the center of a continent far away from water, and never go near the sea. However, if you do find yourself on a fishing boat being capsized by the gigantic crustaceous monster, cling to pieces of the boat and hope your friends get eaten first, filling the beast's belly so it will be too full and leave you alone. If you are on land and encounter the 60-foot or longer centipede-like creature, running for your life may be your best defense, unless you have some sort of armor-piercing particle neuralizer. Other than that, just stay out of arm's reach and you should be alright. Remember, its body is covered in armor. It's low to the ground and said to be very aggressive as well as carnivorous and loves meat. And we are, essentially, meat. What is the lore of Con Rit? For centuries, Con Rit has been a staple of Vietnamese folklore and traditional storytelling, with recorded sightings by reputable ship captains and even a supposed body washing up on shore in the 1800s city of Hong Gai. The legend of Con Rit has held steadfast. While it's not a massively popular cryptid to most of the world, Con Rit often pops up in discussions and small articles around the internet in places like Reddit, Tumblr, and even Facebook. Users continue to post artist renderings and repeated facts about the creature, trying to spread the word, not unlike we are doing now on this channel. Dozens of videos and shorts have been created compiling bullet points and historic encounters. Con Rit has showed up in popular culture in the form of a video game character. In Secret Saturday's Beasts of the Fifth Sun, Con Rit is a playable character used to battle other sea creatures. Hopefully, as more and more people talk about this elusive beast, it will grow in popularity. This has been another episode of Cryptids 101 brought to you by Filibuster Media. If you like what you saw, please leave us a like and subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for tuning in and have yourselves a blessed day.